Hey beauties, it's your girl Felicia by CrownedbyFelicia back with another video for you. And I'm coming to you with my second week of cosmetology school, and I want to give you the tips and the tricks and the know-it-alls of this second week. So let's get started. So this time I made a list of the things that I wanted to review with you guys to kind of give you some pointers and tips and just little updates on how my week has been going for it being my second week of Cosmo school. So some of the things that I've been learning in this second week, I'm still stuck in the first week. The second week, the things that I have been learning are the techniques and the methods of how to get everything down. We're in chemical texturizing, which deals with perms and relaxers and chemicals. And basically with the relaxer, we have been applying cholesterol to the hair of the dummies, of the mannequins, to kind of pretend that it was a relaxer because we're not actually messing with the chemicals. But I did get to do, I got to do a relaxer on one section of the mannequin's head just to see what it was like and what it looked like. So I'll be inserting that clip.
All right, so this is the relaxed part that I did on the mannequin. Look how straight it came out. It looks really good.
At that point, it's just the hair texture. Am I wrong? Okay, at that point, it's just
It was pretty cool to do the real deal. That just in general, I'm learning the techniques of how to apply it, and then I'm going back and practicing the speed of it, because once the relaxer hits the hair of the client, you got to move. You got to get through it quickly so you don't over process the hair. So techniques, tools as well, what tools I use during the relaxer. Basically one of those flat combs, a brush to brush out the hair, the relaxer, bowls, the application brushes, the metal stand to put the mannequin on. And as of right now, we're working with mannequins and not the real clients. That comes later, and I'm glad that it's like that, because Lord knows I don't want to mess nobody's hair up. Yeah, I don't want to mess no one's hair up. But I'm grateful for the mannequins. Destiny, or Tiffany is the name of the mannequin that I have right now. I think it's Destiny because she has curly hair. And then just the methods. I can't stress enough that you have to get the methods down. Basically, Cosmo School is all about method and skill and practice. Lots and lots of practice is what I've been noticing. The more I practice, the better that I'm getting. The more that I do it, the more relatable it becomes, if that makes sense. So number 2, how am I feeling now versus when I started? So right now I'm feeling a lot more confident than I was in the first week. I was like a chicken with her head cut off, trying to figure out where to go, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And at this point, I'm starting to come together as far as like what the routine is in the classroom, what the routine is that we do with our work, theory work, the practicals, all that. My perspective at first was, of course, super excited to start school, just ready to jump in. And now I'm just like, okay, I need to remain focused. I need to keep my mind focused on the important things about school. Stay organized, and I'll talk a little bit more about staying organized because it's super important. But number 3, classroom and hands-on. So I wanted to add a few clips of me in the classroom working with the mannequin and working with my classmates. As you can see, everybody is basically working on their mannequins, and
strawberry on my lips and sugar fingertips. I can feel the beat running through the speakers. Blue skies, blue waves, every day's a good day. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I'ma take my
gathering my stuff and getting everything together. Also sectioning off the hair and working with the mannequin, applying the relaxer / cholesterol. So I will be applying that clip. And then survival tips, number 4. So some of the survival tips, the number 1 I would say is, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to feel like it's a lot, because it is. That's just the human part of everything, how we handle change, how we deal with things. It absolutely is. It's a big change, and it takes time to acclimate yourself to the change, to the routine, to the new way of doing things for a while, you know? And so another tip would be to get organized. Organizing your notes, organizing everything you write, your note cards, even all the handouts that you're given, papers and paperwork and stuff like that. Stay organized. Put everything up, you know, in sections, you know, that way you have all of your notes, because trust me, you're going to need them for your tests. You're going to need them for the whole theory part. You're going to need them. You're just going to need them. So make sure that you keep your notes and that you stay very organized. That is key. And that's key in everything. Organization is key in everything, whether it be a job, whether it be a new journey, whether it be whatever it is that you, organization is going to be key. So keep that in mind. And then another way to stay motivated, another tip is in staying motivated, inspired, and encouraged is constantly remembering why you're doing this and why you started. Don't forget why you're doing this and why you started to do it. That's going to keep you motivated. And if you need to take sticky notes and post them on your bathroom mirror, in your car, wherever, then that's what you need to do to stay motivated. And that's okay. That's all right. So my routine has changed drastically because, you know, I started school now. You know, I try to incorporate in my routine time to relax, you know, to recalibrate and rethink, refocus, whatever you want to call it, throughout the day, because I have so much going on. And that is how it may be for you as well. You may have a lot going on, you know, school, work, children, marriage, husband, everything, you know, it's a lot. So, you know, be encouraged, stay encouraged, know that you can do this, that you are doing it, and that you will accomplish it. God said he works out everything out for the good of those who love him. So he's working it out for you. He's working it out for me. He's working it out for us. So our main thing is to stay focused, to stay encouraged, to continue to look to God for all of our direction and guidance, putting him first before everything, and really staying connected, and just knowing that this, first of all, going through this journey, enjoy it, because a lot of times we go through things, or we go through journeys, whatever it is that we do, and we don't always oftentimes enjoy the journey. Like, take a stop and look at the scenery, you know, pay attention to the present moment rather than always thinking about the future and it's good to have a plan and a future plan, but you don't want to forget about the present moment. God wants us to be in the present moment. And so that is so important. And so that is my tidbits and tips and just my second week of cosmetology school. Like I said, I'm going to be adding clips. I even have a few clips of where I was studying and just, you know, really trying to stay focused. So I hope that in me staying focused, that you stay focused, and that you're encouraged by this video, and that you got something from it, or that you learned something from it. Again, I'm just coming back here to update y'all and just give you some tips about how and what it's like in Cosmo School so far. And I am just excited for the future, but I'm also living in the present moment, understanding that my moment's right now. It's the now moment. Because if we're stuck in the future, we won't be able to enjoy the present moments that we're dealing with, that we're going through, that we're in the moment. So I love talking to you guys. I hope that you drop a comment about where you're at in cosmetology school, how you're liking it, some of the things that you might be struggling with, and even something that you may want to see on my channel, maybe something that you may want to talk about. Remember, my channel isn't just about cosmetology, it's about beauty and fashion, and most of all, it's about God and faith. And so if you want to hear more about that, you know, come on back and watch. And drop a comment and, you know, just let me know how you're doing and how everything is going, you know, in your journey. So, all right. So I think that's it. And I hope to see you guys again. Until my next video. Bye.